And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. Tonight we wrap up an intriguing Week 2 with a good Monday night matchup between the Chicago Bears and the Minnesota Vikings. Games out of the way, time to buckle down for the long season ahead, and we're off in Week 2. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down. They'll look to throw here. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. This defense for the Vikings, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
That's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. They're going to try and throw. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense holds on the night's opening drive. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Again, it's Cook. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. Now the Vikings will send out the special teams crew here for a field goal try. And his kick here is good. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has a little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's a give up the middle. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Touchdown, Chicago.
Well, earlier in the week, week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Second down, they go right back to Cook. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
They'll try and throw for it here. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And he is going to pick up the Vikings' first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Give to Cook out of the gun. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The Vikings 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1. And they've gotten a pretty good deal from the schedule makers as well. Home dates in Weeks 1 and 2.
And I would believe that they would need to take advantage of that, partner, because as you can imagine, the road dates will pile up later this season. So this is a great opportunity for them to put some...
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Quay Walker came through to make the sack. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Seventh play in this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Quay Walker drops him again for the second straight play, and it brings up fourth down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That's pulled in at the 32. Seven yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And space tough to come by there as they get maybe a yard to the 37. Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Looks for the out route, and it's complete to Kmet. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Dancing to his left. And this throw will be intercepted. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A field of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 23-yard line.
Now back to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Mullen. And the Bears are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Going up top. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to take another shot here. He's got a man. Complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. Ready. 6 yards left on 2nd down. Seven yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play. And he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Back to throw. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Daniil Hunter providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. Rosas' kick is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Looking left side, and it's complete. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
Working free to drop him for the sack there was Amari Barno.
Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They run the counter with Cook, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They've not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. They're going to look to throw. And this one is incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 43. He'll look to throw. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
A loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the Bears 26.
Back to throw here. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36.
Multiple defenders getting home there for a loss of 11.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off. And the Bears are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Looking to throw. He's going to air one out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They'll set up a throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
A loss of 3 on a sack made by multiple defenders.
Here comes the Bears punter now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Vikings will be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Third quarter on a Monday night with a 2nd and 10 coming up.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
He'll drop to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Jonathan Abram picks it.
And the Bears are going to take over at their own 41.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And he is going to lose yardage here. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They'll set up to throw. Looking deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You're watching the NFL. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Now receiver in motion left. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago.
Kene Nwangu.
His first touchdown of the new season.
And the Bears have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here this 4th quarter.
Roses to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3.
Makes the score Bears 17, Vikings 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
16-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys.
He's got a man. Complete. 30. 10. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away.
And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Now he'll throw deep left side. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
The Vikings on 3rd down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Quay Walker
in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
But collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up the 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Nwangu. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just out.
Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So that challenge not successful there, and that's going to cost him the first of his timeouts.
Down, they'll go to the ground attack. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. 2nd and 13. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. Rosa's kick is good. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got him in. man, complete.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
And the Bears are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get
touchdown, Chicago.
Touchdown, Chicago.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year.
And the Bears use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
things are rocking easy here in the 4th quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt. And here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
They're on 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this.
He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've been aggressive, airing it out all game long, and no better evidence than those last 2 snaps. They weren't going to beat this coverage, though. 2 plays in a row, and that one falls incomplete.
Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson.
And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds.
Those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where, as coaches, you're looking for effort and
And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Bears come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And I tell you what, I can't remember a defensive performance as good as this one. They seemingly forced turnover after turnover after turnover every time you turned around.
Yeah, you can just keep going with it, can't you? After turnover, after turnover. As this game unfolded, they were doing all the dictating, right? They told the offense exactly how it was going to go down today. So you saw them deflate with every series, didn't you? Every time they ran onto the field, it was slower and slower to get to the football because they just felt like if we go out there, we're just going to turn it over anyway. So it was really, really a stellar performance.
So for Chicago, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel up to Detroit to take on the Lions.